I am not mean. I'm just too old to pretend that I like you. This is the shirt that I donned this morning, and it's kind of how I felt, but it drives home the description of this video. You see, the truth could serve and solve most of the world's problems, in my humble opinion, but that would mean those who are rich would become poor, the powerful would become the weak, and those who cheat, manipulate, lie would die. The strong would once again reign on earth where the absence of color is king. We have gotten so used to being lied to and lying by the media, the government, by your friends, even your family. You see, we love our families sometimes, but we don't like them. We don't like the things they do. And for instance, you know, they always talk about little children and older people. And I'm going to tell you why. Right after I tell you that yesterday I looked at this police system and this type of government arrest a black boy, and you would think that he was the most dangerous felon on the earth. 5 white officers. I mean, look like encircling him. I didn't even want to read the reason, because unless he killed people like Manson, and if he didn't know Kung Fu, he was no threat to nobody. But we make statements in the things that we do. You know, I don't worry about a lot of things people say anymore, and I have to always be cognizant of the fact that whatever I say, I need it to be as close to the truth as possible, at least the truth as I feel it. If somebody come back later and tell me it's wrong, I'm good with that. Just show it to me. Don't tell me, okay? Because they told us a lot of things. But I'm just going to get back to saying, I thought I saw black people across the street, you know, in the crowd, looking, not doing anything when this is one of your children. If this was a European child, they would have had a jacket over his head, ushered him to the car. Nobody would know who he is. But this black child is going to be forever known for that. But we won't tell the truth about that. You see, we always talking about children. Don't say that. You know, that boy don't know what he's talking about. They just tell you what they see. And if you wouldn't do anything wrong, they wouldn't have nothing to talk about. Because they, you know, we always talk about they make things up. But people who've undergone trauma, do they really make things up? Or are they suffering? And older people, you think they're mean? They just got to the point where they know they're closer to death than life, and they said, I'm not going to be pretentious anymore. I'm going to tell you that you lying, and the fact is, I don't like you. You see, if Congress would tell the judges, and the judges would tell the people in the Oval Office the truth, they would mete out law and order truthfully, without all this legalese. without stealing, without telling lies, then we could have some type of society here. But we let one person dictate to millions of people how they should walk, talk, think, act. They better not say nothing against him. What is going on? I mean, that is weak. And you know, I'm not looking for a whole lot of likes in this because y'all, I understand that TikTok, YouTube, you know, they don't want to hear the truth. See, they don't want to talk about the things like who really run the country. You know, does Trump really run the country? I mean, I know he does a hell of a lot of things that, you know, have us to the point where we know that his agenda is not what he said it was on the campaign trail. The legislators, they will stand up and let one of their own be put out for telling the truth. I'm going to tell you, I love and I like Al Green, Jasmine Crockett. And I'm telling you, I should know all of those people's names, but y'all know who I'm talking about. So if I didn't call your name, it's not that we don't, at least I don't like you and love you. And I'm going to tell you that with all your faults, because I know nobody's perfect. But any man or woman that goes into those chambers with all of those supposed to be suits and people who's supposed to represent the government, which is the people, and they tell them that they're wrong for what they're doing and that they don't agree with it, and then all of a sudden there's a witch hunt. For speaking up, he and she is ostracized. Then there's a devilish plot to either what? Get them out of there, do them some harm, so that you can continue doing the devilish things that you do. And above all, nobody likes to go here. They said a separation between church and state. How is that? Every president that I've known that went to the Vatican got on his knees and kissed the finger, the ring. Now, if you kissing the ring of a society, a country, who was involved in slave trade to the extent that they were the ones who told them who to enslave. Not only that, we had Christian wars and Muslim fighting till the blood was to the bridle of a horse, they said. And they got so tired where they just had to come to terms. Over what? Religion. But it wasn't just about religion. It's because every time the church goes somewhere, they got to get all the money, they got to get all the gold, they got to get all the silver, they got to get everything that you got, okay? And then they send the military in to clean it up, make sure that they take control of everything. And today, the same system is being perpetrated all over the world by the Bible. Everybody says it's the truth, but they can't explain to you some of the things that's in there and why they don't match with history. See y'all later, TikTok. Yeah, baby. Let's see.